Hey teens, Christy here, and I'm bringing you some more book reviews for this month. I had to take a small hiatus because I need to rethink all the different books I wanted to do and try to think of a better way to do all this, and things like that, plus work, the coronavirus, and everything else. And I do apologize if some cats might jump into this video because I recently got a dog and they're very, very needy for attention right now. But let's get right into it. So this month is September. So I'll be doing, I decided to do pretty much like a theme throughout the entire month of all the months. So for this one, because it has personally my favorite holiday and everyone else's favorite holiday, National Talk Like a Pirate Month, I decided to do reviews on YA pirate books. It's actually my favorite era, so I absolutely love all things pirate. So this was actually really, really fun. So I have, I have historical, I have the not so distant future pirates, I have space pirates, and I have some fantasy pirates. So I have like every genre here covered for you all. But for this first one, I wanted to try to introduce you guys to a more historical point of view for pirates. Oh, my Kindle just fell asleep, of course it did. So this one, I got off of Overdrive from the library, so you guys will be able to pick this up as well. I'll go ahead and return it, so if you want to read it, you can. We do not have a physical copy at the library, but we do have the ebook and the e-audio book if you're interested. So the first one I got is Bloody Jack, being the curious adventures of Mary Jacky Faber, Ship's Boy. Um, I know that's a very, very long title, but pretty much all the titles that L.A. Meyer does for the Bloody Jack series is pretty long. The series, I believe last time I checked, was 12 books long. Don't let that number scare you off, though. It's a very, very easy read. It kind of follows like the same formula throughout the entire series, so you can probably read the entire thing in no time. But this is the very first one, which introduces the character Mary, or Jacky, as she calls herself. So, set in the late 1700s, beginning of the 1800s, Mary Faber is born to a British family in Britain, but both her parents and her little sister get pretty much the plague or the pox, whatever you want to call it at that time. So she's kind of left on her own, and even the person that picks up the dead bodies kind of like puts her on the street and be like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll see you in about a week." Real classy. Really great country and all that. Um, all that jazz. So she gets picked up by a local street gang, who pretty much takes her on as another member. A few years pass. She's about like 4, really, really young at this time, and then around like 10 years old, possibly. She doesn't even know how old she is. The leader of her gang pretty much gets killed. Doesn't know how, doesn't know why, doesn't know who did it, but he gets killed, and she realizes that she's not really, this isn't where she belongs. She does not belong with a crew begging for money, begging for food, anything like that. So she essentially steals his clothes and decides to become a boy, hence the name Jacky. And from there, she joins the HMS Dolphin, His Majesty's, yeah, His Royal Majesty's the Dolphin, which is set to go pirate hunting off the coast of oh shoot, what was it? Africa? No, no, because I went to Jamaica. So somewhere close to the Americans. My geography is gone at this point. So it pretty much recounts her life on the ship, trying to deceive everyone who she is, making sure she doesn't get thrown off the ship because she doesn't want to leave. This is the first time she's had 3 square meals. This is the first time she's felt like she belongs somewhere. And as she always says, oh, there's a cat. As she always says, a girl who was meant for hanging is certainly gonna do fine. Um, it's gonna do fine on a ship. Um, so yeah, So I really, really love the series. This is a great series to get into. It's very, I love Jacky. There are some times, like pretty much throughout the series, that I want to throw my book at her, throw my book because she does get annoying after a while, but she's still a really, really great character. Oliver, you don't go on my computer. Um, but overall, the story of Jacky is really, really interesting. Not only does the author bring in some realistic events um, throughout the series, he also kind of brings in some fictional characters. So in this one, they mentioned the Benbow Inn, which I don't know if many of you guys know, but that is Treasure Island. I almost said Treasure Planet. Also check out Treasure Planet. That's a really, really great underrated Disney movie. Anyways, I digress. But that's obviously Treasure Island, and it talks about, and she does meet Jim. She does do that. She also hangs out with, or she mentions, Fagin's gang, which is Oliver and company. She does talk about Dodger. I think at one point she passes the manor for the Hounds of the Baskerville for Sherlock Holmes. Really great. I loved kind of reading like all these weird things because I'm like, oh, I read that book. I know what that's about. I was like, oh, I understood that reference. But it also brings in a lot of historical battles, some very historical members as well. Talking about the female pirate, Sheng. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's a very well known female pirate. They also talk about Grace O'Malley, Mary Read, and a couple of other great notorious female pirates. Because she kind of thought she was the only one. But I really like the series. You do kind of have to get used to the author's writing, because at least in the first one, he writes as she would talk in real life. So there's a lot of misspelled words. There's a lot of like um me I haven't ate anything and my stomach's back up to me backbone. I don't know what kind of accent that was. I totally failed that. That's why I apologize. But it's written as she would talk. So it does take a little while to decipher what exactly she's saying, but I actually really enjoy books like that. I don't know why, but I absolutely loved it. But yeah, that's my first one for this pirate series. Like I said, it's Bloody Jack, being the curious adventures of Mary Jacky Faber, ship's boy. Highly recommend. I enjoyed it, and if you think you can sit through all the other ones, I recommend those as well. They're entertaining. I enjoy them. I do have some other great, amazing pirate books for you all to read. I can't wait to talk to you about them. They're a lot of fun, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next chapter. Bye. I gotta move my camera. Bye.